EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Team set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in week 4.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team. All right, anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
2nd and 6.
Again, it's Henry.
And not much room to speak of. We get about 40 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll start the drive here with Pic6. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Look at this defense.
They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Henry up the middle. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
through
now have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go through that. I went through that on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
12-yard line.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now Brown lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout.
And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now here's Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Hey, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. In motion, the tight end. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Chiefs at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Short throw held in by Kelsey.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Mahomes now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Henry.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 7. They go play action with Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. With it is Brown. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
They made a nice effort to stick him with walls for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Mahomes again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Powering forward. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the 2nd half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some 1st downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He
could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes.
And it is caught.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Swings this out for Hunt.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
Give him 5 yards there, and will bring up 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
after the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Running left, here's Mitchell. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
That's the score. Ravens 14, Chiefs 10.
Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That was one I kind of saw coming, charging a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick slant to Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Complete. That's Rice. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Go get him, go get him.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Good touch and time there, critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes got to have this one. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away.
On fourth down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. Oh, he bowls over it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again to Henry. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Second and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Well, now they'll try the end around. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Donald Parham from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs make over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow. 15.
Mahomes to throw it. Finding Hunt. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Yellow. Argo up. 15.
Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
To kick off
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than...
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Well, Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Ravens, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
queen. Left on the freak. He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. And mother fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven or earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Yeah.